Welcome to Francis Reads the Bible, and I'm moving on to Genesis chapter 43. Genesis 43 is about Joseph's brothers going back to the land of Egypt with Benjamin. So the famine in Canaan got worse, and the family of Jacob had eaten all the grain they brought from the land of Egypt. So Jacob said to his sons, "Go back and buy a little food for us." Then Judah said to him, "The man sternly warned us that we would not be admitted to his presence unless we had our brother with us. If you're willing to send our brother with us, we will go and buy food for you. If you're not willing, we will not go because the man told us we would not be admitted to his presence unless our brother was with us." Just basically repeated all that Joseph had told them, and Jacob was so sad about it. And they answered him in 7. The man kept asking us because it was like, "How did he know you had another brother? Why did you tell him that?" And they explained to him that he kept asking us questions about our family. Is your father still living? This, that. That's how he got to find out that they had another brother. And he said, bring your brother that is not present to me. They had no idea he was going to say that. So that was what happened in the previous chapter. So Judah, who is one of the sons of Leah, said to their father, "Send the boy with me, and we'll leave at once. Then none of us will starve to death." He said he was going to pledge his own life with that of Benjamin's. If anything happens to Benjamin, he'll pay with his life, he'll be held responsible for it. So the father now said to them, "Okay, no problem. You know what, go. But make sure you take gifts from the land for this governor. A little resin, a little honey, spices, pistachio nuts, almonds, things from the land of Canaan as gifts, and also take twice the money." Because remember in the previous chapter, they found their money in their sacks, so they had to go back with the money for the previous payments, goods they purchased, and for the new one they're about to purchase. So he said, "Okay, take your brother and return at once in 13. And in 14, may Almighty God cause the man to have pity on you, so that you release Benjamin and your other brother to me, back to me." So the brothers took all the gifts and did all the things that their father told them to do, and they set out for Egypt with Benjamin. There they presented themselves to Joseph. Oh, I can imagine Joseph seeing Benjamin for the first time in so long. Remember, Joseph was 16 years old when he was sold into slavery, and Benjamin was born many, 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 many years after Joseph was born. So Benjamin should be like, he was way younger than Joseph. Let's put it that way, and he hasn't seen his brother in so many years. Oh, I can just imagine. So he told his servants to take his brothers to his house. They were going to eat with him for noon, for lunch. So when they were being brought to the house in 18, they were afraid because they didn't know what was going to happen. Is it because of the money for the goods we bought before that we found? Are they going to attack us? What's going to happen? Are they going to kill us? Are we in trouble? So they went ahead to explain to the servants who was taking them to Joseph's house that, "Oh, we found our money the last time, it wasn't our intention. We just looked and we saw the money there, and we've brought it back. Please don't be angry. Explain to your master, because we're so worried. Are they going to make us slaves? What's going to happen to us as we're going to his house? Are we about to be killed, to be punished?" So many thoughts, was going through their minds like, "Oh, what's going to happen?" Fear of the unknown. I can imagine if it were me, I'll be worried as well. Yeah. So yeah, they were like, "Oh, we've also brought some more money with us to buy more food. We don't know how that money got back into our bags, into our sacks." And in 23, the servant said to them, "Don't worry, don't be afraid. Your God, the God of your father, must have put your money back in your sacks for you. I received your payments." Like, you guys paid already. I received the money. How did this one get back? Maybe God, mysterious, supernatural things. God put the money back in your sacks for you. That's what he told them. Then he brought Simeon to them. I'm sure Simeon was fatter. There was famine in Canaan, but he was eating large in land of Egypt, even though he was supposedly a prisoner. So the servants took the brothers into the house, gave them water to wash their feet, fed their donkeys. Then they brought all the gifts they brought from the land of Canaan for Joseph and presented it when he arrived at noon for lunch. And then he asked about their health and then said in 27, "You told me about your old father. How is he? Is he still well? Alive and well?" And they're like, "Oh, he's alive and well." And they all knelt and bowed down before him. Remember that dream that Joseph had when he was 16? Yeah. So when Joseph saw his younger brother, his brother Benjamin, that's his only full brother. Remember, his mom Rachel only gave birth to Joseph and Benjamin. Others are half siblings. So, oh, this is your youngest brother, the one you told me about. God bless you, my son. Then Joseph left suddenly because his heart was full of tender feelings for his brother. He was about to break down, so he went to his room and cried. Oh, it's so touching. Like I can just feel the emotions from here. Yeah. So after he was done crying, he washed his face, came out. They were served a meal. Joseph was served at one table because he's the governor. The brothers at another table. Then the Egyptians who were present ate at a different table because they considered it beneath their dignity to eat with the Hebrews. Well, I can't blame them for thinking so because when did the civilization of the Hebrews start, Because the Egyptians have been around for forever. Abraham was a sojourner in the land of Egypt, even though Sarah got married to the Pharaoh, king of Egypt at the time, because she and Abraham lied about her being his sister. Still, when did the Hebrews start? You know what I'm saying? So to them, it was being their dignity and station to eat with the Hebrews. So there were three tables: one for Joseph, one for the brothers, that's the Hebrews, and one for the Egyptians. So they ate and they ate and they ate and they ate. Okay, one thing surprised them because Joseph had them arranged according to age, according to their age, from the oldest to the youngest. And they were all amazed, like, how did they know our ages, our arrangements? How did they arrange us? Like, who revealed this to them? They were amazed. So food was served to them straight from Joseph's table. And of course, Benjamin, who was not just the youngest, but Joseph's only brother, full brother, was served 5 times as much as the rest of them. He must have been a foodie. So they ate and they drank with Joseph until they were drunk. Aww. They were like, this governor is nice. They felt relieved. They were not in any trouble anymore. They seen their brother Simeon, who was supposedly in prison. They're all together, even though they don't know Joseph is alive. So they're just happy, and they were worried about that money being accused that they stole that money, and everything is okay now. So they ate and they ate and they drank. They had a jolly time with the governor of Egypt, and Benjamin ate and ate and ate and ate. I'm just imagining how happy Joseph was, seeing all his brothers again, seeing Benjamin, being able to eat with them, even though they do not know who he is. So that's the power of forgiveness. Even though they don't know, Joseph knows and he forgave them. So this is Francis reads her Bible. God bless you and compliments of the season. Merry Christmas. I remember Jesus is the season.